Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in here. A busy slate as we close out the weekend, starting with the Los Angeles Angels versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -115. The Angels plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Angels coming into this matchup 63 and 67. The Mets 59 and 71. Pitching for the Angels is Griffin Canning with an ERA of 4.61. Pitching for the Mets is David Peterson with an ERA of 5.59. Canning, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Peterson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Angels, back-to-back wins against the Mets here. Mets on a 4-game losing streak right now. Angels are 6-3 on the road against the Mets. I really thought the Mets would be able to kind of control this series, and they haven't. And Angels getting good underdog value today. Canning been a little bit better his last few starts than Peterson, and I'm going to take the Angels plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cubs opening up as road favorites at -120. The Pirates plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Cubs coming into this matchup 68 and 61. The Pirates 58 and 72. Pitching for the Cubs is Javier Assad with an ERA of 3.13. Pitching for the Pirates is Bailey Falter with an ERA of 4.53. Assad, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Falter, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. The Cubs beating the Pirates 10-6 yesterday. A nice bounce back win after that loss the day before. They're 9-1 against Pittsburgh, so they've been very good head-to-head against the Pirates here. I do like Assad on the mound, coming off a really good starts here, and I think I'm going to take the Cubs on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at -230. Colorado plus 190 with the over-under at 8.5. The Rockies coming into this matchup 48 and 81. Baltimore 81 and 48. Pitching for the Rockies is Ty Blatch with an ERA of 4.39. Pitching for the Orioles is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 4.73. Blatch, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Flaherty, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Rockies 2-8 in their last 10. They are on a 6-game losing streak right now. Back-to-back 5-4 losses against the Orioles. Orioles playing well. Rockies are 0-10 on the road. Can't win on the road at all for them. I know Flaherty coming off a rough start on the mound here, but I'm still going to roll with Baltimore at home. Next matchup, we've got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -205. Cardinals plus 175 with the over-under at 9. Cardinals coming into this matchup 56 and 74. The Phillies 71 and 58. Pitching for the Cardinals is Drew Rom with an ERA of 14.73. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 4.49. Rom, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Nola, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. St. Louis coming off back-to-back losses against the Phillies, losing 12-1 yesterday. They are just 1-5 on the road against the Phillies, where they have struggled here. Rom's only pitched 1 time this season, gave up 6 runs in that start, which didn't really look that good. And I'm going to take the Phillies at home. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at minus 230. Cleveland plus 190 with the over-under at 9. Cleveland coming into this matchup 61-69. Toronto 71-59. Pitching for the Guardians is Noah Syndergaard with an ERA of 6.42. Pitching for Toronto is Yusei Kikuchi with an ERA of 3.52. Syndergaard, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Kikuchi, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Cleveland losing to Toronto 8-3 yesterday. Syndergaard, definitely giving up some runs. Kikuchi been solid on the mound all season for Toronto here, and I think I'm going to lean with the Blue Jays at home. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Detroit Tigers. Houston opening up as road favorites at minus 185. Detroit plus 165 with the over-under at 8.5. Houston coming into this matchup 73-58. Detroit 59-70. Pitching for the Astros is Justin Verlander with an ERA of 3.19. Pitching for Detroit is Alex Faedo with an ERA of 4.91. Verlander, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Faedo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Houston coming off a big Detroit win yesterday, 9-2, after dropping their last 3 games. They are 12-3 on the road against Detroit here. I really do like Verlander, coming off a very good start, coming off a no-run game. And I think I'm going to take the Astros on the road here. Next matchup, we've got the New York Yankees versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Yankees plus 105 with the over-under at 8. Yankees coming into this matchup 62-67. The Rays 79-52. Pitching for the Yankees is Carlos Rodon with an ERA of 6.27. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Littell with an ERA of 4.27. Rodon, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. Littell, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. And yeah, Yankees getting shut out yesterday 3-0. And yeah, they just have not been able to win back-to-back games, and that definitely showed yesterday. A very hard team to really bet on right now. You just don't know what they're going to do. 1-6 on the road, not really getting it done. Rodon hasn't really been that good on the mound this season. Yeah, I just don't trust the Yankees here, and I'm going to take the Rays at home. Next matchup, we've got the Washington Nationals versus the Miami Marlins. Miami opening up as home favorites at minus 175. Washington plus 155 with the over-under at 8.5. Nationals coming into this matchup 61-69. The Marlins 65-65. Pitching for the Nationals is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 4.95. Pitching for the Marlins is JT Chargois with an ERA of 3.56. Williams, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Chargois, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. And yeah, the Nationals, back-to-back big underdog wins against Miami here. They've just been the better team in this series. Miami just 2-8 in their last 10. Just not a chance I can pay up to almost minus 200 for this Miami team that's just been struggling here. Give me Nationals plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Oakland plus 115 with the over-under at 9. Oakland coming into this matchup 38-92. Chicago 51-79. Pitching for Oakland is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 4.0. Pitching for the White Sox is Mike Clevinger with an ERA of 3.47. Blackburn, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Clevinger, his last start he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Oakland, coming off a White Sox loss yesterday. Still, they've been definitely been the better team in this series here. White Sox, simply just a team I'm not trusting here. Blackburn, been a pretty all right, coming off only giving up 2 runs in his last 2 starts here. I still think Oakland's a good underdog, and I'll take Oakland plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Padres opening up as road favorites at minus 120. The Brewers plus 110 with the over-under at 9. Padres coming into this matchup 61-69. The Brewers 72-57. Pitching for the Padres is Michael Wacha with an ERA of 2.62. Pitching for the Brewers is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 4.28. Wacha, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Hauser, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Padres coming off back-to-back Brewers losses. Brewers, they're on a 7-game win streak right now. They're playing very well. Padres really are just struggling here. Wacha been good on the mound, only giving up 2 runs in the last 2 starts here, but I just like the way the Brewers have been playing, and I'll take the Brewers plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Minnesota Twins. Rangers opening up as road favorites at minus 115. Minnesota minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 73-56. The Twins 67-63. Pitching for the Rangers is Jordan Montgomery with an ERA of 3.12. Pitching for the Twins is Bailey Ober with an ERA of 3.41. Montgomery, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. He's been very good on the mound here as of late. Ober, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Rangers finally getting a win yesterday, ending their 8-game losing streak that they were on. And yeah, we haven't seen the Rangers again. I like to see if a team can win back-to-back games, which just hasn't happened. So I kind of like to go with that trend until they can win back-to-back games. Can't roll with them, and I'm gonna take Minnesota plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at minus 120. The Reds plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Reds coming into this matchup 68-63. Arizona 68-62. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 4.84. Pitching for Arizona is Slade Sassoni with an ERA of 2.93. Ashcraft, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Sassoni, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Reds beating Arizona 8-7 yesterday. Kind of a crazy game, how that game ended, if you guys saw that one. Really, I mean, Arizona probably could have won that game. It's been such a close series. It's been about a 1 or 2 runs game every game this series, which is just very hard to bet on. Sassoni's only pitched twice this season, only given up 2 runs in each, so been pretty decent. I think with the Reds finally cracking, finally able to get that win against Arizona, might bring them some new life here, and I'm gonna take Reds plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at minus 300. The Royals plus 225 with the over-under at 8. Royals coming into this matchup 41-90. The Mariners 73-56. Pitching for the Royals is Alec Marsh with an ERA of 5.56. Pitching for the Mariners is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 3.20. Marsh, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Castillo, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. The Royals, 2-8 in their last 10, coming off a 15-2 loss against Seattle yesterday. Big win for Seattle. They're 9-1 in their last 10. Very hot right now. Royals 0-6 on the road against Seattle. Marsh hasn't been good on the mound this season, giving up a lot of runs, and I'm going to take the Mariners at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus San Francisco Giants. Braves opening up as road favorites at -110. The Giants +100 with the over-under at 9.5. Braves coming into this matchup 84-44. The Giants 66-63. Pitching for the Braves is Jared Schuster with an ERA of 5.0. Pitching for the Giants is Tristan Beck with an ERA of 3.34. Schuster, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Couldn't find any info on Beck for the Giants. Could be making his first start here, potentially. Braves 4-game winning streak. Back-to-back solid wins against the Giants here. They are 5-1 on the road and 4-1 straight up against the Giants here. And pretty much in a low spread like this here, I'm going to just roll with the better team. And I'm going to take the Braves on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Boston Red Sox. Let me look up a line. For some reason, a line isn't showing for this game. Let's see where it's at. Dodgers opening up as a road favorite at -120. The Red Sox +110 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Dodgers is Caleb Ferguson with an ERA of 3.19. Pitching for the Red Sox is Tanner Houck with an ERA of 5.08. Ferguson, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 0 runs, had 0 strikeouts. He's only been pitching 1 inning a game. Been very good in those innings, but not getting too much work. Houck, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Dodgers losing to Boston 8-5 yesterday. Surprisingly, they've struggled against Boston. They are just 3-8 on the road against the Red Sox here. I still like the Dodgers here. I mean, to me, it's hard for me to bet against the Dodgers. They can just get hot any game hitting-wise. And definitely be a bullpen game for the Dodgers with Ferguson on the mound. But I think I'm going to roll with LA on the road in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.